Please welcome to the stage our next presenter, Guan.
Hi everyone. Today I want to start with something with my personal experience. I was born and raised in Beijing, and now I'm studying in New York. These two cities share something in common. They are dense and filled with people, movement, and information. In this environment, I notice something. Even when I'm not doing much, I feel tired. My focus drifts easily. Like I'm there, but my attention isn't. So I began looking more closely at my surroundings. I see people looking at their phones. 58% of adults use their phone to cope with stress and anxiety. In high stimulation environments, people often turn to their phone to relieve fatigue, because the phone is a predictable, bounded, and fully personal environment. It's not recovery, it's just moving attention away from their environment. This leads me to my topic. Hi, I'm Guan. My topic is sensor overload and the reduction of environmental attention. What is sensor overload? It's not just one strong stimulus. It's an accumulation. Multiple layers stuck together: visual, sound, bodily, digital. Each one alone is manageable, but together it becomes overwhelming. For example, in Times Square, there are too many visual elements competing for your attention. Your brain simply cannot process all of this at once. To gain the more comprehensive understanding, I interviewed a range of experts in psychology and environmental design. From the interview, one key insight stood out. Evie, who is an urban planner, said, "For most people, city is not a choice, but a constant condition. The challenge is not how to escape it, but how to support everyday well-being." So how can we support people within their environments? Based on the insight, I designed a system. The first is the internal perception, focusing on how you regulate your own state. The second is the external environment, helping you understand and navigate your surroundings. The third is the urban system, extending this idea to the city, creating support within everyday life. Together, it contacts your inner state, your environment, and the city. Let's start with the internal level. Over 70% of people report that their environment directly affects mood and behavior. Noisy and overstimulation can reduce cognitive performance by 20 to 30%. When people feel overwhelmed, they often reach something to touch. Repetitive movements help them restore calm and control. But in modern environments, these tactile experiences are rarer. Most products are smooth and hard and don't really invite touch. After exploring different forms and textures, I'm trying to balance aesthetics with tactile experience, portability with functionality, emotional meaning with everyday usability in my design. And then I got my final design. I designed a handheld object with a tactile surface to support calming interaction. Products support 4 interaction ways. Compared to the traditional sensor tools with bright color, I use low saturation, soft tones to reduce visual stimulation and align with contemporary aesthetics. And it includes a sensor. It captures the signals like heart rate, pressure, and movement. But this is not just recording. The key is the real-time feedback. When the system detects changes, it immediately responds through the app, suggesting actions like breathing, stretching, or shifting attention. It allows users to regulate themselves in real time. Let's look at the video. that we have collected these emotional signals, the question becomes, how can we turn them into something useful for users? This leads me to the external environmental stage. To explore this, I conduct a workshop. I guided participants through 3 very different environments. They were asked to pay attention to their emotional and sensory state. After that, we create a physical map, using emotion sticker to mark how they felt in each location. I noticed something interesting in these 2 images. Both environments have a similar of density. The right one, people feel comfortable, even joyful. The left one, people feel anxiety and overwhelmed. This leads to the key insight. Sensory overload is not just about how much information there is. It's about how predictable the environment feels. When the regime is unclear, layout is hard to read, and people don't know what to expect next, that's when anxiety increases. Based on the insight, I designed the interface system. When users enter the specific area, the app triggers a pop-up to inform them of their current location and invite them to check in with their emotional state. It then shows how people are generally feeling in this area, along with how people tend to move through the space, whether they pass by, stay, or leave. If users want to explore other locations, they can view summaries and emotional insights from different areas. It helps users understand a place before deciding to enter or stay. The app also visualizes the data like every device usage time, emotional tracking into small charts. Based on this data, the system can also provide small personalized suggestions and allow users to review past states through the calendar. The third layer is the service system. Dan, a licensed psychologist, said, short, structured break within everyday environment can significantly support attention recovery, especially when they involve predictable sensory input and minimal stimulation. So how might we extend individual environmental awareness into the city-scale support system that enables moment of recovery within everyday movements? Have you ever been these parks? They are hidden under bridge, inside building, and between small gaps in the city. They have always been there, but most people never notice them. So our survey does 2 things. It helps users find the space, and it provides the guided instructions. We collaborate with psychologists and environmental designers to identify the suitable location in the city. At each location, we install the simple guidance sign to guide users on what to do, so users don't just visit the place, they know how to use it. When people feel overwhelmed or lost in the city, users can search for nearby rest spot in the app. They can filter the location and save favorites for quick access. It also shows the distance, opening hours, and the time they may spend there, so they can plan their visit more easily. Users can check in to the location, and when too many people check in, the spot will temporarily disappear from the map, preventing overcrowding and keeping it calm and restorative. In addition to the in-app guidance, the system also incorporates the physical signage like street-level signboard to support access. So the project is not just about reducing stimulation, it's about helping people stay clear, make decisions, and remain present within the complexity environment. Thank you, especially to my family, friends, and everyone supporting me throughout this journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chi.
Thank you.
There's so much compassion and empathy in your presentation and in your research.
Yeah.
As we industrialize and technology progresses, it seems like you're suggesting that we're being asked to desensitize. You think our environment is making us more callous or needing us to be more callous? And what do we do about that?
I feel people are not losing their sensitive. I will say people get used to forget about it because our society designed for efficiency. So it encourage people to moving fast or encourage things to get people attention, but I feel it's not suitable for people. So for now, it's people adapt the environment instead of environment designed for people. And that's why I'm doing this topic. I want people pay more attention on their feelings and their everyday life.
Do you think we might be even more efficient if we paid more attention to those feelings?
No, I hope I want to encourage people not that efficient and enjoy their life.
Mm-hmm. Not worry so much about productivity.
Yeah, not anymore.
That's some applause in the audience. All right, we'll take that as a cue.
Okay.
All right, let's go sit down and be less productive.
Mm-hmm.